welcome to Big Bang with me, Nabila. First up, now you have heard of women, girls and even children being raped. But have you ever heard of a woman influencing her husband to rape another woman just to derive vicarious thrill out of it by watching it? Well, shocked? Here are the details.
I want to watch sex live. This is what a wife in Bengaluru told her husband. Don't believe us? Take a look at this picture. This is the picture of the wife who expressed her desire to watch sex live. And this is the loving husband who set out to fulfill his wife's secret desire. Abbigere, Bengaluru. This near unbelievable incident has come to light from Abbigere near Jalahalli in Bengaluru. The wife who had this weird fetish is Asha, and Dilip is her husband who set out to fulfill her desire. Asha had many times in the past expressed her desire of watching live sex to her neighbor. Her neighbor reportedly had even suggested getting porn CDs to satiate her desire. But even numerous porn movies did not help Asha suppress her desire. She wanted to watch live sex and told her husband about her wish. One would express disgust over such fetishes, but her husband promised to fulfill his wife's desire. And accordingly, a date was set for the weird act to be executed. July 2014. The time was 9:30 in the night. Asha summoned a neighbor on the pretext of speaking something. When a neighbor arrived, Asha yet again started the same talk, saying that she wanted to watch live sex. It is being alleged that Asha even requested a friend to have sex with her husband. When a neighbor refused to yield to her repeated requests, Asha's husband decided to do the unthinkable. Dilip raped his neighbor twice.
On the night of 27 July 2014, in Shivanjapa layout, Abbigere, the unthinkable took place right in this very compound. In fact, a couple used to reside over here in this particular room. Now, the couple, Dilip and Asha, are now cooling their heels behind bars in Parapana Central Jail. Now, what really happened was that at around 9:30, they called the victim. The victim basically stays just behind this particular house. They called the victim over here. Basically, Asha went and asked her to just come over here to have a cup of tea. This is what the police tell us. Now, while the victim came over here, Asha had this sort of sexual fantasy wherein she wanted to see live sex in action. Now, for a very long time, Asha and the victim used to discuss about this, but sources in the police tell us that the victim would always sort of change the topic because she was not comfortable with that. But unfortunate for the victim, she did not know that Asha was already planning something and to get her into trouble. Now, Asha, the victim, in fact, stays right there, not the first room, but in the second room. And what really happened was that at around 9:30, when the victim came over to Asha's home, I'm going to head back over there. Asha once more started to talk to the victim about this. She asked the victim to basically cooperate with her husband because she wanted to see live sex in action. The victim, suspecting that something is not right, decided to leave the place. When she left the place, basically she got out of the house. We're told that Asha and Dilip stopped her, pulled her back into the house and locked her inside the bedroom. And what happened after that was extremely damning. The reason being, Asha forced her husband basically to have sex with, or basically to rape the victim. Now, Dilip went about and not once but twice raped the victim, and it all happened right over here. Now, finally we are told that when the entire incident was over, after he raped this lady, both of them told the victim that if she opens her mouth to anyone, there would be trouble. Her daughter, or basically her child, and her husband would be in deep trouble. Now, the victim, fearing for her life, fearing for her husband's life, and fearing for her child's life, decided not to tell this to anyone. So all said and done, everything was quiet. But on the 10th of August, when this happened once more, basically, Dilip and Asha went to the victim's house, brought her over here and said that they wanted to do the same thing again. That is when She got some guts, informed her husband about this particular incident. They went immediately to the police and filed a case. We're told that that is the next day. The police immediately swooped down over here and have arrested both Dilip on the charges of rape and also his wife Asha. Well, as of now, Dilip has been booked under section 376 and his wife Asha has been booked under sections 114. Both of them are cooling their heels behind bars and investigations are going on.
The bizarre incident has left the neighbors in a state of shock. But Dilip's mother states otherwise. She states that her son can never stoop to such an extent and says her son is innocent. She further states that it is Asha who should be held responsible for the entire fiasco and not her son.
ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಆ ಥರ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿತ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹಂಗೇನೆ. ಅಂಥ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗನೋಗಿ ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಟ್ಟು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಲು ಇವಳು. ಇವಳನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು. ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನನಗೆ ಸೇಫಾಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್. ಇದಾಗಿದ್ದು 27ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಅಂತಾರೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. 27ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
A case has been registered in this regard. Even the cops are finding it tough to believe that such a thing indeed has happened.
ಗಂಗಮ್ಮನಗುಡಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಾಂಕ 11/8 ಒಂದು ರೇಪ್ ಪ್ರಕರಣ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬಳು ಯುವತಿ 25 ವರ್ಷ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ದೂರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರ ದೂರಿನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ದಿನಾಂಕ 27/7 ಈ ಘಟನೆ ಜರುಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ದೂರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೀಗಾಗಲೇ ಆರೋಪಿ ದಿಲೀಪನ್ನು ನಾವು ದಸ್ತಗಿರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಜರುಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಶಾ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ನಾವು ದಸ್ತಗಿರಿ.
Asha and Dilip have been arrested and have been sent to Parappana Agrahara Central Jail. The incident has definitely shocked the neighbors and all those who have heard of it. But the truth will come out only after a thorough investigation. Nolan Pinto for News9, Bengaluru.
Moving on, garbage disposal is one issue that can anger any Bengalurian. But today, it was the turn of the first citizen of the city and it was his own colleagues who infuriated him.
BBMP sanctions 10 biomethanization plants in 2011. None constructed so far. BBMP has initiated numerous projects in the past to segregate and dispose solid waste in the city. One such initiative was taken up in the year 2011 when Sharadamma was the mayor of the city. At a cost of 5 crore rupees, BBMP had taken up the setting up of 10 biomethanization plants in the city to effectively dispose solid waste. But as one would expect with any BBMP project, this too was not completed. Just 3 of the 10 plants have been constructed, but the money allotted has been completely used up. Taking note of this, Mayor Satyanarayana pulled up the officials who were in charge of this project. The mayor gave them a dress down in the council meeting today. Former Deputy Mayor Harish too joined the chorus.
From the last 2 years, biomethanation plants have been sanctioned, the work was going on. There was a lot of local issues involved. So many sites have not been handed over. Even if the sites have handed over, they have not provided adequate water supply and drainage system and electricity. All this accumulated, not even a single site was supervised properly. So we have called the meeting under the Honorable Mayor and this one, Mr. Darpan Jain also was present there. Whatever issue, case to case regarding the sites, we have spoken now. We have found some solutions for that.
BBMP had assured the private company to provide land, electricity and water for the functioning of these waste disposal plants, but it has now come to light that officials have not even bothered to allot land, leave alone water and electricity. Infuriated by the lackadaisical attitude of his officials, the mayor has now given them a deadline. He has asked all the necessary documentation and formalities to be completed by August 24th.
ಬಯೋಮಿಥಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ನ ನಾವು 20 ಕಡೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 3 ಕಡೆ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, 4 ಕಡೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಟೋಟಲಿ 10 ಕಡೆ 14 ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆ ಬಯೋಮಿಥಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಈ ಮಂತ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಾವು ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
The deadline given to the residents of Mandoor is fast approaching. The Palika has to come up with alternate ways to dispose solid waste within 1st December. But doesn't look like BBMP is serious about the issue. else they would not have sidelined such a major issue. Pramod Shastri for News9, Bengaluru.
We have big news just now coming in. A BMTC Volvo mows down man in Malleshwaram. Well, yes, a BMTC Volvo bus mows down a man in Malleshwaram. 74-year-old Sundar killed on the spot. 74-year-old Sundar killed on the spot as a BMTC bus mows him down. In fact, the driver Malesh is now taken into custody in Malleshwaram. Indeed tragic. A 74-year-old man mowed down, killed on the spot because of the carelessness of a BMTC driver. A Volvo bus mowing down a man in Malleshwaram. I have my colleague Verghese joining us on the phone line. Go on, Verghese. What details do we have?
Well, this particular BMTC Volvo bus was traveling between Majestic to Kamala Nagar, and what happened was the 74-year-old senior citizen Sundar was on the footpath, and this vehicle went over the footpath, mowing him down at the footpath itself. Now, the vehicle number has been identified as KA01F8566, and it has been taken into custody. The driver has been arrested. The driver has been identified as Maleshappa, and he's been taken into custody. Now, the Malleshwaram police has, in fact, taken the case and registered a case against Maleshappa for negligent driving. But more sections could be slapped on him once the investigation progresses further, Nabila.
Right, Verghese, thank you for giving us those details there.